I meant to ask you, Roy. Uh, how were your days of hazardous air quality?
Oh, you know,
Of
I
like lethally, like because I would look at the because we had it pretty bad here
So do we.
for a few days, and I would open the map and look, and I would see that, like, while it's like while the number is like 320 or whatever here, and we're in red, like like Traverse City would just be like the scale just maxes out at 500,
Yeah.
and it's like you guys were just fucking like hitting the rev limiter on the air quality
you know,
hazard scale.
this is I'm gonna. I have not really talked about this. I don't think anywhere, but I think we kept the kids inside for the most
Mhm.
part. But I kind of just went about my life as normal, which I don't. I don't think I should. Like I didn't really get for whatever reason. Like I just wasn't online a ton, and like I didn't really get like a good sense for how dangerous it was to be outside until like day 4 or 5,
Oh,
and then
wow.
it was like, well, like I played golf. I like was in the shop every night. Like I did like it was like it's a little smoky and like I have like a little bit of like coughing,
Yeah.
but I did not. It didn't. Like I said, it didn't register to me that it was like, oh, like dangerous.
Yeah.
Um, until pretty far into it, and then it was like, well, several of these nights that I've been in the shop, I've been, welding, spray painting, and smoking the entire time I was in there. Um,
So it's
it's
like,
like,
what's a little extra?
yeah, it's like, yeah, this felt like it's like one of those is a drop in the bucket. I don't know if it's the outdoor stuff or the indoor stuff, like, but one of the, you know what I mean? Like one of those is causing damage. So I don't know. I hope I don't get. Is it lung cancer? That's the danger of being outside like that.
I mean, long
Guess.
term, but like I was
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there for like on one of those days. I was out on errands for like I don't know, like 4 hours, and it was hot, so I had the windows down in the car. And by the time I got home, I was like dizzy, and I had to lay down, and I'm like just like crashed asleep for I don't know how long, but I was fucked up. Like we had the really high ozone and the really high particle, like not as bad as it was further north, but like both were pretty bad, and like. I have like stupid weak preemie lungs, I think still. So like I guess I'm more susceptible to that shit. But like I was fucked up.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like visibly like it was.
It was yellow
There was a
outside.
haze.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a haze from
Yeah.
like from our house to the shop. Like it was like
Yeah.
visible.
Shit was
Now
crazy.
here, I mean, the thing is, like, here it kind of kicked off, like, before the number even got crazy. It just kicked off with this day where just the entire world was just fucking yellow, and it was so. Um, and I mean, I've gotten used to just the weird orange sky thing, or like the sun coming through the window and it's orange. Um, but this looked like fucking Venus. It was it
Yeah.
was so disgusting.
You're in the
and
movie
so
Swordfish
horrifying.
suddenly. It's no good.
Oh my god. And dark.
Yeah.
Like fucking dark,
Yeah.
like dusk,
Day for night scene in Swordfish. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was really unsettling.
Strange.
And it's funny. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, this has been happening for a few years now, and at first I was very cavalier about it, um, and I would just like go walking anyway because like the way I figure it, it's like, I mean, I grew up in fucking Southern California in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And it's
We've
like,
experienced some air quality.
the thing is, like, I remember, I don't know if we've talked about this on the pod before, but like, I remember days in my, I mean, the thing that would happen in when I was a kid, when I was in elementary school, is there would be smog alerts.
Yeah.
And there were like first stage and second stage and third stage. And I don't remember which one was the high, you know, the worst one.
DEFCON style, right?
Yeah, but there would be days where it would be like, let's say third stage is the worst. Like third stage smog alert, and they would send us home from school, and we would be out at recess, you know, like playing, like running around, you know. I mean, I'm fucking in like first grade, second grade, whatever. We're out like running around on the playground for a fucking hour for lunch or whatever, recess. And then it's like you come back in and it's like, oh, you know, it's third stage smog alert, so everybody goes home. So what do we do then? We walk home. and the thing is, and I remember very specifically the feeling like later that day where you would breathe in, like you would take a deep breath and there's the thumbs up again. My thing has a new feature now where when I gesture in a certain way, it does a little thumbs up and a bubble.
Third stage smog, yay!
But yeah, like it would hurt your lungs.
Yeah.
To breathe deeply, like you would feel this pain, like literally in your lungs, and it's not something that I ever experienced again until the first time that I got COVID, which was like pre-COVID, and I didn't know it was COVID. and I remember thinking, this is weird. This feels bad. This reminds me of those third stage smog alerts when I was like fucking 7. But yeah, that's the stuff that like emissions controls fixed. You know,
Pretty
like
good.
that level of air pollution that was just the norm in 70s Southern California. But yeah, so I've always been very kind of just, like I say, cavalier about it. It's like, look, man, I fucking lived through that. This isn't going to faze me. But I don't know, maybe it's cumulative effect of like a few years of walking out. But like this time it was fucking me up, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to take a day off of walking.
Yeah.
During this, because it fucking sucks.
I was straight up woozy, yeah.
The lung cancer thing to me, I think, is like, it's like one of those things that you seem to be, it's like, I think cancer generally is like you're either predisposed to it or you're not. So like, there are all the guidelines, and then it's like, oh, well, like, I worked in an asbestos factory and smoked 40 packs of cigarettes every day, and I never got it.
Yeah.
It's like some people get it.
Yeah,
like
and here's this guy who's just like a, you know, fitness dynamo guy who runs, you know, 20 miles a day or whatever, and you know,
it's like it
drops dead.
It's more like, I think the cancer thing specifically, though, it seems to be more like genetic predisposition than environment, like, and a combination with environmental causes. So I don't know if I'm genetically predisposed. I'm not saying I'm not going to get it, but I don't know if that's the case or not.
I was gonna say it's kind of like it's a tough bet to make, because you're not gonna find out unless you are, which is kind of like the same as it not really helping.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like Russian roulette in that way.
Yeah, like
really
I put Tupperware in the microwave. I don't care. It's not going to be what gets me, but like you have to.
It's a really long-term game of Russian roulette.
Yeah, I generally am. I don't know. I've tried to. I think like during the Lotta, I was spray painting the interior of the car with the Cummins diesel enamel that you use like engine paint, and like that was really stinky. And there were a couple nights where I was like, I mean, there were a lot of nights where I was like in the shower coughing up spray paint and metal chips out of my lungs. But I think like since then I've
not good.
tried to be better about a respirator. But yeah, I do think like the government failed to warn me about the smoke situation. It was not like I was like I said, I was like, or I was not reached with the danger of the smoke situation until I had just been in it for days and days. I think I worked outside like on the porch, like totally unnecessarily, like just moved my shit out to the porch one day, just like didn't even
get some fresh air.
Did the visible was the visible haze not a sufficient sort of risk benefit?
I don't know what that like. I don't. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it smelled like campfire smoke. It looked hazy. I don't know. It just didn't register to me as dangerous for some reason. It's just like, you know,
it's just a campfire.
Yeah, it's like when I go out and burn all of our plastic trash in my chamber, in my indoor smoker, and then I eat all the food that I've smoked with my plastic trash.
Yeah, no problem, easy. Who doesn't?
Yeah, those number 6 recyclables.
Yeah,
that's what you do with those.
It's when I burn all my paint and plastic together.
And batteries.
My batteries.
You know, the whole thing, though, have you read, there's that Kim Stanley Robinson book, Ministry for the Future, and it's like all of his books are like, you know, kind of like alternate histories of like, here's how we saved the world from whatever. This one's about climate stuff or whatever, but it's like,
it's a nice thought.
Yeah. But it's like this smoke thing is such a good like illustration of kind of like how this is going to go, where it's like, oh, we're experiencing an environmental catastrophe that is dangerous. There's no solution for it. There's nothing to do. So like, I guess maybe keep the kids inside. And like, it's like, is that going to keep them from, no, it's like the air that you breathe in your house comes from outside. You know what I mean? Like, it's you don't have different air in the house.
Well, you can you can at least like run an air filter or something.
Sure. I'm sure that, yeah.
So you can well, I mean, you can mitigate somewhat.
So yeah, totally. But it's like, you're still breathing the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but it's like the, that, and then, you know, like a couple years ago we had like, a couple dry summers in a row and like, or dry winters in a row, and all the lake levels started to go down. And I started thinking about like all the people who own like $1 million and $2 million cottages up here who have like their pontoon boat or like their ski boats or whatever. And it's like just watching the lake dry up. And it's like this, like that's the future, is like this like irreversible catastrophe playing out like, and like here is, you know, probably like of places in the world to be, like probably the best, like near and from fresh water,
Sure.
mild climate, you know, lots of trees and that kind of stuff. Like and it's like high elevation, so it's not going to flood.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know. There's something like,
yeah, no, Great Lakes is kind of like best case scenario for survivability long term.
Yeah.
Right.
I think like right now this is the fastest growing county in the state, and I think you know, it's like you could foresee a future where like most of the coasts are located inland, just to avoid the flooding.
Yeah.
You know, just to avoid the. But I think I don't know. It's like it's so funny to think of like, you know, climate catastrophe as like these big immediate catastrophes of like flash floods and like fires and all this stuff. But it like and this is like not new stuff. Like everyone's kind of saying like we're living in it now, but it's like these are the disasters that we're talking about. It's like this is like it's like happening less frequently than it will.
Yeah.
But it's like this is the procedure of just like, yeah, you know, we fucked up. There's no nothing to do now.
Yeah.
There's no thing. There's no lever to pull. It's like, what do you want to do? Put a big fan on the fire? Like it's a fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the wind is going to carry this pollution to your house.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And it's like, you know, it's like the thing you were talking about with SoCal, the clean air thing. It's like, well, we changed the emissions requirements and it cleared up. And it's like, we're not doing that now. Like we're not. You want to maybe go up.
Yeah, it's like that was kind of
deforest.
Yeah, that was like a Band-Aid. It's like it did help specifically in that place at that time, but yeah, it's not going to. It hasn't been effective in in stopping gigantic hellfires from like taking over California.
At that time though, it was a lever that you could pull to change something.
Yes.
Like now there's no lever.
Yeah.
There's like, I mean, you go clear cut that forest. You would clear cut all the forests in Minnesota and Wisconsin and Canada.
Yeah.
Like you could do that. There'd be no fires. But it's like
there would also be no oxygen.
Right.
Minor
I mean, I think yeah.
Now the individualized neoliberal market solution to this, as it turns out, is if you get an HVAC filter that is MERV around 11 or 12, that will work in a standard home HVAC system without needing to modify it, and that will generally block most of those wildfire particles. But like that requires everyone to make sure their HVAC filter is at an 11 or 12, which is like not a good solution. But you can do it, which is nice. At least there's that.
I think I think too though is like the it's like most of the homes that exist in the United States are not exactly airtight. Is I guess what I was saying too, where it's like the air that's coming into my
Also
house
true.
is mostly coming in through the HVAC system because it's a brand new house. But like most houses are just totally porous. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, totally porous. But oh well. What are you gonna do? You know, we'll just.
I have two closing observations on this topic, and one is that I think it's kind of ironic and really funny that when I think about how a few months ago the U.S. Was blowing up oil refineries in Tehran and subjecting the inhabitants of this 10 million population city or whatever it is to just like this completely nightmarish situation of just black rain basically inundating everything. But of course, like we did this one for no reason other than just to inflict collective punishment on this fucking country, but also at just massive expense. I mean, we spend just fucking untold millions of dollars or billions of dollars on weapons to create this catastrophe, and so I there's something really kind of richly deserved in having like a much smaller but still kind of like significant version of same delivered to us via Canada, via our neighbors to the north, who don't have to lift a finger, who just fucking let this shit burn, who are powerless to stop this thing from happening, and just send it down to us in this nice little package, so we get a taste of our own medicine. I mean, as much as it sucks, I have to, for me personally, and for all of us who have to endure it, it's kind of like I can't help but look at it and just be like, well, yeah, we deserve this.
Yeah. There should be some consequences in the Imperial Corps for once.
Exactly.
God, finally.
Right. This is my, I'm on record with my thoughts on Canada, but it's like
right.
I was like, those guys need to get their shit together. This would never happen in America.
Yes.
And actually, I think the smoke that was at my house was mostly happening and was mostly from Wisconsin. I think.
Like Minnesota or whatever. Yeah.
Minnesota, Wisconsin. Yeah. It's I guess, I don't know. It's like, it's weird. Like, I know all this stuff in theory. Like, all this stuff. You think about this stuff all the time. It's like, this is what it's going to be like. This is, I've read Uninhabitable Earth a couple times. Like, I know the potentials here, but it's like to experience, and then like, again, to have the kids where it's just like, well, like you're getting poison in your lungs for 5 days. And it's like, what do you do? Like, I actually was like, when I figured out for myself, like when I was golfing, I think I posted a picture of me and Henry playing golf, and everybody was like, "What are you doing, dude? You cannot be outside." And I was like, "Really?" And they were like, "No,
it's great, man.
Like,
the's nobody in front of us.
Yeah,
There's nobody
like,
holding us up.
Yeah,
you just like play right through."
Yeah, I hit 5 drives off the tee because who cares? But I was like, oh yeah, I guess I shouldn't have been outside. But then I was like, fuck, if I'd have known that, I would have like got the kids in the car and like driven somewhere. It's like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't work in town. Like, I could just go to a different place. But where would you go? Like, you have to drive like 1,000 miles to get out of it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
My thing is, it's been so hot. I check the weather every morning, and I would check the weather, and it would be like, you don't want to be outside for more than like 2 hours today. And so I'd be like, yep, that tracks. So I don't know. Yeah. I felt sufficiently updated by the big red AQI warning. It's bad today.
Yeah, I don't look at the weather. I don't. You know how I am. I just like. I try not to be
self-preservation is not a Rory quality. That's true. You are kind of made of rubber.
I try not to be aware of stuff I feel like is a pretty healthy just kind of angle of attack with which to approach our current reality.
I think that the for me it's like the weather, it's like, I don't know, it's going to do what it's going to do. Like, what difference does it make to me? It's like,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel, this is stupid, obviously. Like, I feel like a vaccines guy when I'm having this conversation where it's like, but it's like, I don't know. I guess the lesson is I should be more. Maybe I'll just text you every morning, Matty. Be like, "It's my risk profile today, buddy. Help me out." What is there anything that in your head you think I should not be doing today?
Rory needs a personal assistant just for gauging various
safety,
minor safety threats.
That would be that would be a good AI product, right? It's like a little camera that sits on your shoulder, and you're like
a little OSHA guy.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, is that an angle grinder from right there?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you have goggles on?" And I'm like, "Why?" It's like, and then he could maybe AI generate a video of the blade going into my eye, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah." No, that's actually a great product. Like, that's maybe. A market of just me for that product, but I think like would be great. Like, it would be very helpful for me.
You keep remarking how the atmosphere of malevolence scorches the landscape and includes the sky where strong things wither and weak things die. They die.
I want to talk about another thing first, if we can.
What do you got?
Another project that I did. So, Duncan, a friend of ours who's in town, he usually lives in London, but he's from up here, and he bought a 10-acre plot in the kind of like remote areas of Leelanau County that are still fairly affordable. It does not have plumbing, does not have electrical, doesn't have anything, and he's building like a tiny house. And he was like, when we went to see St. Vincent, he was like, "Oh, I gotta put a roof on this thing," and I was like, "Dude, like, tell me when, like, I'll come put a roof on it. Like, this sounds great." And I like have a compulsion, and I think Matty, you're kind of like this too. And I think it's like if there's a project happening, I have to be the hardest working, most effective person in the project, where it's like, if there's a hard and unpleasant part of this, or a part where like most of the team is like standing around drinking beer and eating pizza, I was like, I have to be like going. There was like, I remember when I was a little kid, I volunteered.
It's called leadership.
It's like I think it's a guilt thing. It's like from my dad, but I think like I volunteered at Father Fred, which is like this local. It's like a priest who left the church, and he was like had this charity thing, and for some reason I was stacking lumber, and it was like a school thing, and it was like raining, and I like stayed outside in the rain to stack lumber all day, and everybody else went home. And I was like, that felt so good, because like, I'm better than all these fucking losers. But just joking. It did feel good though. But I was like, we put a roof on this thing, and it was like so sketchy. It was like me hanging off the edge of a rafter with the drill in the other hand, like screwing boards into the top of the roof, which is just. It's a lot scary. That stuff is a lot scarier to me than it used to be. Like that, like that 10-foot fall thing where it's like, when I was a kid, it'd be like, oh, you'll just land and it'll hurt really bad. It's like, no, that could be like, that would change the trajectory of your entire life. Like if you tore an ACL at your age, like it would really fuck up your deal.
Dude, I know more than more than one person who has died from falling off a ladder while painting.
Oh my God, yeah, that's
I know
right.
2 people that has happened to.
Yeah. Oh,
personally.
R.I.P. dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Do not go out like Charlie McAlister. R.I.P. That's no good. You don't wanna. Oh man. Oof.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, that's why I had to quit that job. I can't fall 10 feet, dude. You can fucking die falling 10 feet.
Yeah. That was, what, you were on a pallet jack with a...
I was on a wood pallet.
You were on a pallet?
I was on a wood pallet that my foot could have gone straight through on forklift forks that had raised it up like 9 full feet off the ground. They wanted me to go up there and like physically wrestle with 3 boxes that were jammed on a conveyor, like throw my body around up there. And I was up there and I was like, I'm quitting as soon as I get out of here. I'm sending the email. I can't do this. I was like, that's my skull. I only get one. Like... You only get one.
I was doing a lot of like, a lot of stupid shit. I did almost fall off the ladder. I think that I was climbing and I had like the ladder kicked out from under me, and I just grabbed the roof and held onto the roof.
Oh my God.
Wait, that actually happened?
Yeah.
Dude.
But the it was so, I don't know. It was so satisfying. It's so nice. Not the falling part. That was scary.
So nice to dangle from a roof.
No, that
by your fingertips.
Bro was precarious.
No, that was not that fun. That really got my attention. But it was like towards the end of the day, as it always is. But I did like 12 hours out there.
Jesus Christ.
Roofing. And it was like, roofing sucks, but roofing as a thing to do once every few years on a house that you're not responsible for is great. It's like, it was, like it's like being up. I don't know. It's very, like I'm now describing it, and I was like, the level of satisfaction that I had leaving the thing, I was like, man, that was so fun. And now I'm describing it to you, and I'm like, that was all very stupid. I should not have been doing most of that stuff. I do want a little tiny cabin though. It's like a 200 square foot cabin, and just like nothing around it, like no power lines, no anything. And it's like, I was like, man, this could be my whole life in here. Like it obviously had things gone differently. Like I didn't have a family and stuff, but it's like, I will be so happy just like in my little tiny.
Being the Unabomber.
With less math.
It is very, yeah. It's a cabin that I could only lay down in one direction in. Put it that way.
It's the bus bunk cabin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I was like, oh man, this is fucking living. But I also, it's also like it was a bunch of problems that I'm just not used to solving. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's like building problems are totally different. It was like, I don't know, it was great. So the GTI.
Yeah, you sent us pics.
You want to hear about this?
You pulled the
It was gooey.
the head off, and you sent pics of the valve train. I guess not the head, but just like the
it's the inside of the
valve
head.
cover. Yeah. But yeah, that intake and those valves looked exactly like every other direct injected 100,000 miles.
It's crazy.
Completely fucking black. Just carbon.
It's like I've never seen this. I mean, it's like I've taken apart a lot of engines, like in a lot of like really high mileage engines.
Yeah.
And I've never sone deposits like that. It's like
that's what they do. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's why everybody, like when I bought my car, the first mod that everybody does, and I kind of meant to do it, and I still haven't, 30 plus thousand miles in, is just to install like a catch can, that's just like a like a thing that's supposed to pull kind of those particles basically out of the intake, like between the turbo and your intake. I looked
at that, and that's like it will catch a lot of the oil that's being recirculated.
Yeah, exactly.
But my understanding is like that that gunk is from dirty fuel. It's because Americans get such shitty fuel.
Oh yeah,
like but the
it's corn.
The stuff. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Like again, like I've had like 100-year-old engines or 60, 80-year-old engines apart, and it's like there's like you'll get some staining or like some like lacquery stuff in there, but like this is like gummy, like in like several ounces of like gummy black tar in the cylinder head, which is like.
Coating the valves, coating the entire intake plenum, just
like, everything. It's like you like sprayed it in there, like spray foam. It's like it's really wild, and it like, it like I was reading.
Well, it's pressurized. I mean, that's effectively what's happening. I mean, it's been sprayed in there. Like, I mean, that's a turbo engine, right? And so yeah, it's been, the engine's been running for 100,000 miles with super high pressure tar being sprayed through it, basically.
It's funny because I was like, for years I've been reading forum posts about GTIs and direct injected engines, and like people saying things like, oh, I had a misfire, I had like a leak or whatever, and I cleaned my valves and it fixed it, and I've been like, fuck you, dude, bullshit. Like that's not how engines are. Like, you know what I mean? Like that that's not going to cause these issues that you're imagining. And I like took it apart and I was like, yeah, no, maybe like that is a pretty substantial change to like the geometry of like the way the air is going to flow through here, like the intake, like. I was like, yeah, okay. It's like maybe. I mean, I think my issue specifically was injector related more because it's just happening in one place. And actually, like the two cylinders that are the filthiest are the two that do not misfire at all. Weirdly, but yeah, there was like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like. It was like doing the timing belt and water pump on the Lexus where it was like, this is going to take me several days. So I like in my head, I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But once you're into it, you're like, it's like the thing is is not wanting to get into it. But once you get into it, that is all relieved. And then it's like, I'm just doing this thing that it's like 10,000 steps.
Right.
But it's like, I'm just doing the, you know what I mean? It's like, and I it was like, this is pleasant. Like, it's like, it did take me from 8 p.m. until 2:30, 3 a.m. I was like in bed by 4:30 to disassemble the car, like just to get to disassembly. But it was like, you know, had a audiobook on and hung out and just kind of like did the thing. It was like, this isn't too bad. And it's like, you know, I think too, it's like at this point I have the lift, I have all the tools, I have, you know what I mean? It's not like you're laying on your back, like getting like filthy or whatever. It's
I like that part.
It was just like, you know, the thing about it that sucks is like there's so much fiddly little plastic clippy and you're like, if you are someone with my specific set of wrenching skills, like I'm just terrified of breaking one of those things. That's like, oh, actually now the whole car does have to come apart. You know what I mean? Or like now you got to cut the wiring harness apart. It's like,
can I ask how you snapped that wrench in half?
Oh no, I cut it.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah. No,
you need a smaller one?
I couldn't reach. Yeah, you know, like real mechanics, like a real mechanic would have a snap-on set of wrenches
the little
that are
guys
3
love
inches long
those.
that cost $7,000. But I have 3 nice sets of wrenches, and then I keep all of the wrenches that I've ever accumulated in another drawer for just such an occasion where it's like I need a 17. But this is too long, so I just cut it with a grinder. Like I probably could have fiddled another one in there, but sometimes it's just easier to make one. I think it's on here though. I did break a SK Made in America ratchet just with hand force a couple years ago, and it's like it's
what you get for working out.
It's like a 60s, so it's like a really high quality tool. I can't find it, but I broke the head off of it just turning it with my hand, and I was like, "Fuck, that's crazy!" Like that's like, you know, like there are like tool torture test videos on YouTube where they hook up a hydraulic press, and it's like that doesn't happen. It just went boom, like. And then I was like, "Oh, did I break the fastener?" And I took it down. I was like, "Oh no, I broke my little guy here." But yeah, that one I just cut.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I was like, I know Rory's had some interesting experiences horsing some tools, but that would have been crazy.
That would have been really bad.
Yeah.
So did you clean out the?
No, I got it disassembled,
the valves?
and then I'm trying to soak them one at a time because it's like. I had to order injectors. I can't get injectors up here, so they're not going to be here for a week. So I'm just like, I'm going to soak each cylinder. It's like I can't reassemble until I get the injectors. So I'm just going to soak them and really clean them one at a time and like get it as good as I can get it.
I mean, I've heard people talk about. I mean, like the like one of the kind of main
Walnut
remedies is the walnut blasting, which is like tiny like walnut shell things where I don't, is that something that you can DIY or
I mean, I have a blaster. I have a sandblaster somewhere.
Oh, okay.
It's just really messy and like it's way more efficient. Like it would work way better and way faster, but since I have 5 days, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? It's like if I was in a shop and trying to get it done in a couple hours, like that's what you would do.
The other thing that people do is just like make like a thing with a bunch of zip ties
on the drill
and attach it to a drill and basically just like stick the drill in there and just whip them all around and apparently like that's fairly effective.
I'm gonna do that, and then I have I've requisitioned some of the girls' dish toy stuff that I'm gonna use in there. Some we negotiated. They have a bunch of like scrub brushes and stuff that they use when they're playing kitchen outside.
Oh yeah.
And we made a deal in which they acquire some Haribo gummy bears, and I acquire some disused scrub brushes. So I'm gonna use a bunch of those too.
Nice.
Fair.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I will say I had the thought yesterday of like putting this all back together and having it not work, which is possible. Like it's this. It could be. There's another like weird thing. You know, like all the modern cars have variable valve timing. Yeah. And the mechanism on the actual cam can get chowdered from being oil starved, and it could be that. In which case, I guess I'm rebuilding the motor. But I don't know. It's also this is really like.
I mean, what do you have to replace if that happened? Do you have to just like replace the cams, or what gets broken?
I think it is the cams, and then the cam the like bearings that hold them. I forgot what they're called. But I don't know. It is also like this car has been so good and so good to us, and it's like a car that like we plan to have for a long time. But it's like reading now, it's like these cars do start to have problems around 100,000 miles that are like fiddly and hard to track, and it's like I don't know. I haven't broached the topic to anybody else, but like in my head, I'm like I don't want to be doing this all the time. Like I don't want to be doing the diagnostic stuff all the time.
No, it's that thing where it's like, I think this is I think we're going to discover that this is true of a lot of kind of modern cars from the last 10, 15 years is that they have been engineered to last for a discrete period of time, and they're not, and there's really no expectation for them to last beyond that. Because when you do have like plastic components, you know, in your drivetrain, like that's not.
It's temporary.
That's temporary. Yeah, that is not expected to keep running past a certain point.
It is like it might
like without even getting into the kind of digital realm, you know, like that's the completely separate issue.
My grandfather-in-law called me Friday. He's got a Hyundai with one of the GDI engines, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, we went to limp mode, and my other grandson came over and scanned it and said the valves said it's a rod knock situation." And I was like, "Well, they all had those like rod knock sensors installed because they had like oiling issues." And I was like, "It's probably just a sensor. Like it's got 100,000 miles on it. It's been driven by two old people. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like there's no way
they haven't been hooning it.
Yeah, it's like there's no way it's got a rod knock. And I went over there and I was like, sure enough, it's like, yes, it is absolutely a rod knock.
Oh wow.
Which is like that's like a '60s car problem. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like you just don't hear about
What
that.
year?
So
What year Hyundai?
it's
is
a
that?
2014. It's a car that was built during the recall period.
Yeah.
So it like the VIN does not say that it's eligible for new engine, but it's having the same problem,
Right.
and it's within the mileage, and it's within the correct year. So I'm gonna call the Hyundai dealership and try to talk to them about it.
Yeah. May as well.
But it like, yeah, I drove it. I drove it back to Traverse City to the dealer, but it's like, yeah, rod knock, man. It's like what? Like that's like that's like it's like oh yeah, I have whooping cough. It's like wait, why? Like,
Measles. Measles.
People have been this weekend too, between the car stuff and the roof stuff and the grandpa's car stuff. People are like, why do you always say yes? Why do you always volunteer to do the hardest possible favor for somebody? And I was like, that's a good question. Because it's not even that I say yes. It's not even like I do say yes. If someone says, hey, I need help with my car, I do fix it. But it's that people are like, oh, I'm having this problem. And I'm like, oh, I could do. It's like, they're like, no, I was asking you if you know a mechanic. And it's like, no. They're like,
instead of being like, damn, that sucked. That must be really frustrating. I wonder if we could like look up who to talk to about that.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'll just fix it myself.
I can fix that.
Yeah. And it's like, I
bring
can.
it over.
Yeah. Or like,
I had 2 hours, yeah.
why am I the one on the roof the entire time? You know what I mean? It's like, this is my house. It's like,
It's not my roof.
yeah.
I'm above 10
I don't need to
feet.
be up there at all.
I should have a fall
Yeah.
arrest.
I could just be the
device.
guy handing boards to people from
Yeah.
the bottom. Yeah. One of the guys was like, you're the biggest guy here. Why are you on the roof the whole time? And I was like, I don't know. It seemed harder than the other stuff. It seemed more dangerous.
See,
Yeah.
Worse. I don't know.
I'll find the task that has the most toil involved and is the most sort of like repetitive and boring that no one wants to do. Like I'd be over there like sorting out all of the nails into like the proper size. So when someone says like we need this, I know exactly where it is. I'm gonna hand it to somebody.
That actually would have been very handy. There was this whole thing. I'm not going to talk shit about anybody on this thing in particular, but this was a project that I think there were probably 6 or 7 people there. And had I sent 4 of them home, it would have gone twice as fast. It was like there was a lot of like disorganized. There was one we had
cooks.
just enough sheeting boards to cover the roof, and a guy who I know who very frequently, one of the most helpful, will show up for anything, but always does one thing that kind of like kneecaps the entire project. But cut one of the boards into 3 pieces that were all too small for the. So it's like
Measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once.
but it was like, you know, I'm sitting on the roof and I'm like, hey, hand me that board, and they like measure it before they handed it to me, and they're like, why is this? And it was like, oh, get the other one. It's like, why is, like, how do you even do that? Like, how do you even get to all this entire 4x8 sheet of plywood is now just trash. It's like, but yeah, I don't know. We could have really used a foreman or like someone who was like halfway organized on this project, but
Or just buy a little backup boards. Have a little extra just in
An
case
extra one.
of shrink,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
case something funny happens.
Yeah.
That's my
That's
thing.
the
I
thing.
guess I live my life in case something funny happens.
Rory, you should rather than assuming the role of like
Hazard
mule
guy.
of like head laborer, maybe you should kind of appoint yourself foreman
Well,
and just start bossing
I think
guys around. And
I did
telling them
have
how
that
to
thought,
do
but
right.
Duncan was the guy and Duncan did plan everything out. He's just a little bit too trusting of people. Like he just if people say they know how to do something, he just lets them do it. He did have like a very impressive plan. He's like, he really has spent some time thinking about it. It's like not all the way that I would have done it, but I had to kind of respect like the vision of like, you're gonna, but I think we all learned a lesson about trusting people. But there was actually so like getting down. Yeah, don't. Getting down onto the property, there's like a really steep, kind of like twisty, turny road. And it's kind of like requires some off-roading. And one of the guys brought this huge pickup truck down that was like completely bald, like Texas grade slick tires, and couldn't get it turned around like on the road to drive back up and had to leave. And so everybody quit the job site and walked to their truck to like rearrange everything so that this guy could like go down to the bottom of the hill and turn around. And I was like, in my head, as this was happening, I was on the roof and I was like, I can drive that truck out of here. I was like, I'd be no problem for me to drive the truck out of here. And I was like watching everybody start to move their truck. And I was like, this is going to take like 30 minutes. And I was like, just jumped off the roof, ran over the truck, and I was like, get out of the car. I was like, let me drive it. And he was like, well, you're going to get it stuck. And I was like, just get out of the car. And he like got out of the car, and I like whipped it around and drove it up the hill and like ran back down the hill and came back to work. And everybody was so mad at me. It was like, but it was like, I couldn't leave it alone. It's like, had I known the guy slightly less well, I just would have let it play out.
Right.
But it's like, and had I known it better, I'd have been like, no, fuck you guys. This is fucking stupid. Like, let me just drive the truck out of here. But I tried to do it very discreetly, but like everybody watched, like everybody who had already quit and walked to their truck and was like doing the 7-point turns or whatever, watched me just get in it and like, like drive it to hell. It was, and then it was like, it did change kind of the tenor of the whole thing towards everybody for the rest of the day. Like, you fucking dick.
There's one guy here who knows what he's doing.
It's like, but I was like looking
and
at it.
He's gonna make
like,
us all feel stupid.
Listen,
about
man, if you're Ricky Henderson, you got to steal that base. If you can do it, you just got to do it, man. Don't you got to get moving.
Yeah, I was like should I? And I was like, fuck it. This is like, I can't watch this.
Right.
I can't watch this fucking go down.
Ineptitude unfold.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the wheel.
He's like, well, the 4-wheel drive's broken because the brakes. I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Up, go the beams, hammer those joints, work in teams, turn them round.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Watkins Glen at all.
Oh yeah, you guys went to Watkins Glen.
Oh yeah,
Rory and I went to Watkins Glen for the Salem 6 hour.
Saw some of our listeners
a month ago.
I did. Yeah.
Now. Yeah.
That was so cool.
Fun.
That was the best part.
little tire pod meetup.
Yeah, that was great.
I ran into them again just before I was leaving.
Aww.
And it seemed like they had a really good time, which was
they got
nice.
the full Rory shirtless under the sunshade hungover experience. Unfortunately, but
Sorry.
I was.
They know what to expect from the pod.
Yeah, it was a fun one, and we were. So, what night was that, Peter? Saturday night. When
it was the night before the race.
So we went out to dinner and came back, and we were hanging with, what's his name? Your buddy?
Robert,
right. So we were hanging at the campsite, and it was like 10:30.
Dude who I met at Daytona last time I was at Daytona, which is what, 2024, 2 years
right.
ago. Who just who recognized me, who like spotted me as Mountain Goat's bass player Peter.
Aw, nice.
and was just like, "Hey, are you Peter Hughes?"
Aw.
I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man, big fan."
Aw.
And then we just started talking about fucking Dorian Pan.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Just totally solid dude who
Dory
lives in
time.
like New Jersey and goes to IMSA races all over and I
It's a good photographer.
I've seen him at races since but yeah, like it's so rare for me to get recognized like out of context.
Yeah, right. That's the whole thing.
Like,
You've been so studious about
right. But yeah, good dude. And so he came over and hung out with us and
Nice.
We were hanging out by the fire, and there was someone playing like very loud, very bad, like I would say like top 40 of the last 20 years hits.
Oh, classic.
And
of course.
the kids were up in the tent trying to sleep.
this is at like 10:30 at night.
Yeah. And I was like,
It was so loud. I mean, it was from the other side of the track. From where from our campsite.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like during the day there will be, you know, there's like the loudspeakers around the track or whatever, and in past years I remember like they would just like play just kind of like cheesy bad music, you know, over the PA like in the evening, like as if that's something that, you know, fucking anybody wants to be subjected to. And so I just kind of like assumed it was that for a while, and then we just kind of realized it's like, no, this is coming from this one campsite like across on the other side of
and that was the thing, is it's like if it was a party vibe and there were a ton of people out partying, then it's kind of like, you know what, I'm in the wrong place and I'm just gonna have to suck it up. But it was like I forgot what it was, but it was like we were sitting there and the song came on and I was like, they don't know they're the only ones doing this. Like they don't know that they're the only
And they have like lights going on, you know, they've got like a whole like party scene, but it's not like this isn't going on everywhere. It's like everywhere else is like pretty chill and you know, and like people, I mean, it's Saturday night before the race. So, I mean, people are like having a night, you know, but it's like, they're not having a fucking, you know, aggro night where everybody's kind of in their little campground pockets, just kind of like getting trashed on their own. But except for these people who just have this kind of like spotlight and PA thing going on. It's like, and it was kind of this growing, like dawning realization of just like, wait, is it just those people over there?
Yeah. So I was like, I got to go talk to these people. And
that's Rory taking measures into his own hands.
It was just like, I got to go deal with this. And like, because it's like everybody's probably mad about this. Like everyone here is having the same thought of like, oh, should I do it or not?
Everybody within like a quarter-mile radius of these people, which is like a lot of people. You know?
Yeah. So we walked over there, and it was like, I think they're from Ohio or they were like spiritually from Ohio. But I was like, or they were like local, I guess. But I was like, hey, you guys are the only ones playing music this loud. And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, talk to I kind of like walked in there really fast, like to get attention, because I didn't want to be standing there trying to figure out who was in charge. Like it was like walk in like someone's going to notice you and come talk to you. So I started talking to this guy and I was like, yeah, you know, this is like super loud and I think you're the only one doing it. And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah. I was like, turn down the music for a second and listen. And like turned it down and they were like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, I got little kids across the track and they're trying to sleep. And he's like, well, my kids are trying to sleep too. And like, he like showed me like kids in the camper who were like delirious iPad children, like who are like, you know, like completely having their brains melted and I was like, yeah, no, right. And they're like other like little 3 and 4 year old kids like running around in the campsite unsupervised. It's like, this is also like how you just lose a child or someone gets run over.
Dude, this is the thing. I mean, Rob and I we followed Rory over just to kind of like see what was gonna happen. You know, it's like what is he gonna do? You know, and we're just kind of like, we stopped at kind of the entrance to their you know, little kind of compound complex that they had, where it was like a handful of vehicles kind of in a circle, you know. and it's just like this kind of unholy combination of just like totally wasted, like 20 something parents and 30 something, and then just like kids, like little kids, like motoring around on like, little like electric bikes or vehicles or whatever, and just like women like grinding on each other and grinding on these dudes. And it's like, and it's just like, it just felt like, oh, this is not a good scene.
The mini
And just like and these dudes who are just like, yeah.
It was like
very Floridian energy.
Rory's rolling into, and like, and we're just, and Rob and I are just kind of like, off to the, at the entrance of this thing, just kind of like watching and taking this all in and just being like trying to like stay removed from it, but also just kind of like, peeking around the corner, just being like, oh
uh-oh.
no, man, this sucks.
it was like a little bit. It was a little bit like if there's a post-apocalyptic movie and like you were a filmmaker trying to illustrate a poorly run camp that was like lacking somewhat in discipline.
Right.
It would be like that.
Yes. The doomed camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the doomed camp.
These people are about to have a lot of cornstarch poured on them. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's only one guy there who was like a bigger guy. Like when I walked in, I was like, "There's one guy here who's like, like I don't know if I want to." But they were super nice. They were like, I did like 6 or 7 shots with them, which was kind of like that's
diplomacy.
It is like if you're gonna go in there, if you're gonna do the rush in thing, you have to be nice once you get there. I think because like the risk is either there's some kind of confrontation, which I don't want to get into for a number of reasons, but the other risk is that you piss them off.
Right.
And then when you leave, they just turn the music up louder.
Yes.
And then you're in an escalation situation where then you have to
Right.
go back over there in a more angry way. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like, there's just not a anyway. So I did the shots and hung out with them and got them to play a Mountain Goat song.
Can we ask which one?
Mortifying.
Was it a good one at least?
I think it was just No Children.
Fuck. No, come on.
Well, it was the one that I thought he would recognize if he was going to recognize one, because it was it had the TikTok thing.
Yeah,
But-
it did.
I was like, I knew you were over there because I heard a Mountain Goat song. Come on,
It's my nightmares. No children just hitting in the wild from nowhere, and I'm like, what's going on?
While Rory's like pointing over at me.
No.
Heard that guy? You know who that guy is? Oh.
Horror, terror, pain, fear.
it was bad. I mean, it was not a nice thing to do, but they were cool. They turned the music down, chilled out, and
I mean, it
went
was
back
it was like one of the kind of most definitive instances of the kind of Rory magic of like, I'm gonna walk over into this impossible situation with these fucking drunk, obnoxious people, and I'm going to impose my will upon them and make them turn their music down. And in the process, I'm going to make them all want to be my best friend. and they're not going to let me leave until I promise to come over and have breakfast with them the next morning.
That's the method.
It was just like,
Still in Rory mode.
damn, that was crazy.
That is a very fun. I don't know, like I don't know what the deal is, but it's very funny to be like,
It's the magic, man. It's the Rory magic.
I'm the asshole coming to ask you to turn your music down. Like I'm
Yep.
ruining your party.
Yep.
And it's like, man, that guy was cool. that was so fun when that guy came over. It's like, yeah. I don't know. It was. But it was good entertainment, and I felt like no one at the campsite knows that I helped them get to sleep, that I made the people be quiet. But it's like you're kind of like Batman out there,
Just like a secret force for
vigilante,
chaotic good.
But I did feel fucking terrible the next day. I am not accustomed to drinking. There is something like there's like a I don't know if I talked about this in the pod before, but there's like every time you go to a liquor store or whatever, you see like the candy flavored stuff, and you're like, who's drinking that? Like, is it like young women who drinks that? And it's like, no, it's dudes. It's like rural, blue collar type dudes. That's what they drink. It's like the beer.
It's the same guys who are vaping like the cherry
Cotton
bubble
candy vape.
gum,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
It's very funny. There's like an inverse correlation between like masculine presentation and like masculine drink consumption, where it's like the people drinking like the
that's always been the case though. It's like dudes,
Is that true?
in high school, like fucking dudes just like getting trashed on schnapps or whatever.
yeah,
Apple
it's
to
funny
green,
because it's
apple
like
to creeper.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
like
it's
up
like
here,
the,
it's you'll see a guy with like the blue collar tan of like the like the shirt sleeves white and like the dark, like I've been working construction all day, like hair from having a hard hat on, like cowboy boots, dirty jeans, and he'll walk in and get like twisted tea or like those like the thing you used to hand the guys as a joke. It's like
Natty Ice?
sparkling fruit. No, like the sparkling fruit drink things, and it's like. I don't know. I guess I always expected them to drink cheap whiskey, like from listening to country music. Like that's what I mean. It's like, aren't you supposed to be drinking like Bud Heavy? Like,
No,
isn't
the
that
only
your-
people
like,
the
that's
only
it.
people who do that are kind of like educated, kind of, who are like cosplaying as like authentic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Blue
that's
collar guys.
Yeah.
It's like
The
guys
real
wearing
blue
like
collar
selvage
guys.
denim and
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
No,
the
it's
real
true.
blue collar guys are drinking the like girliest
Apple teeny in a
possible-
bottle.
Yeah, really.
No, it's true. What's the thing about, like, I forget which weirdo this was. One of the weirdos of the 20th century had a thing about, like, it's more appropriately heterosexually masculine to like a balsamic type salad dressing, and it's gay to like something like blue cheese because like it's
Yeah.
more, you're supposed to be attracted to things that remind you of women. And so like these guys are probably in that psychology of like a fruity drink is the same as like fruity lady shampoo stuff. I should be drawn to things that remind me of like girl stuff because that means I'm like, in a way you're like consuming the feminine in like a kind of, you can get into a lot of stuff with it, but like there is like a weird sideways encouragement for that stuff where like it goes against the like beer commercial, whiskey commercial aesthetics.
yeah.
It is weird. It's like I don't know. I guess I just never thought about it. Like again, it's like the first time I saw that dude like taking the apple teeny coolers out of the thing. I was like, oh my god, that's who's drinking these
That's
things.
how my dad is. And like I'm the guy who's like, I want a gin and tonic and that's it. I do not want, I like do not present me with anything with like a sugary thing. But he's like, I would just buy the bottled apple teeny at the liquor store and chug it.
I think that stuff. I don't think like,
Authentic
some of it tastes-
masculinity.
Yeah, some of it tastes pretty good, but the hangover from drinking like 6 shots that are like 80% sugar and 20%
Oh my God,
alcohol
brother.
is like
The sugar crash and you're depriving your brain of oxygen. Like,
it is so bad. It was like, and then I had to fucking drive back to Traverse City that night. So like I was like,
Ugh.
but it was
Hateful.
like, it's such a. Like as they were going down, I was like, I'm gonna pay for this. I was like, this is, and then like, I made Peter walk around the campsite for like an additional 2 hours to like try to walk it off. It was like, we're not surviving. This is not good.
Good one.
Stay tired.
Stay tired,
Stay tired, everybody.
And we'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.